Alright, I think we are ready to get started. Hello, everyone. We are live pretty late, actually, for me, usually. I have River next to me. She is awake. She's probably going to be barking for a lot of attention very soon. Very rowdy child at the moment. But we're here. We're queer. And we're actually working with a visual novel this time around. I normally don't do those, but that got recommended to me, by someone on my main channel who wasn't aware that I'd split channels at that point. But we got a Yuri visual novel, and I figured, hey, this is kind of similar to shit I used to play back in the day when I first started on YouTube, so we'll try it out. But I didn't do any research whatsoever. So if it's sussy, we're switching to Minecraft, because I'm not trying to get my ass banned here. Oh, man. I have some vanilla chai. Chai syrup. This is coffee. I'm gonna just get a sip of that. Ah, I put too much cinnamon. It's fine. All of this is fine. Anyway, let's enjoy some holiday Yuri, which I don't think the game itself is Christmas, but you get some Christmas Yuri as a treat. We're just gonna switch on over. Boop. Okay, now I will say normally these sort of games are kind of like Weeze's territory or like Choose, but we'll see what we're in for. All right. Okay, so this is AKAIITO. I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of this stuff because I am not Japanese whatsoever. I actually don't even know if this is Japanese. I didn't do any research. Anyway, I'm curious. There's Yuri. We're just gonna launch into this shit. Start, please. There are mature themes though, so this is your warning. Trees. Okay. So many trees. Uh-huh. These what is with you and trees? Have spread their branches to their heart's content, almost blocking out the entire sky. Okay. I was so deep, in a grove or a forest, perhaps. Ancient trees stood together around the narrow path laden with bamboo. Got 'em running, apparently. Grass and foliage that I took. It's a weird way to cut that shit off, but okay. There. I turned around. And I saw a roof lined with tiles. Despite not having a magnificent gate as a mansion in a period drama would have, it was nonetheless a respectable residence. It was a large, single-story Japanese mansion. Hey, I'm right. Go assumptions. The building next to it was probably a shed. Nice, I think. Inhabitants in a mansion like this must come from a family of prestige and fame. The crisp sound of a bell made me spun around. Ah, it's gonna be this kind of English translation. Okay. Ah! Someone was dragging me by my hand and spurring me to... The fuck? How do you not notice somebody holding your... Okay. The incline of the path gradually steepens. Ah, so I'm on a mountain. What? Okay. And I am being led on the mountain trail by the hand. The hand of what? God? Hi, honey. Thanks for grabbing your shroom. Welcome to story time with the Mal I Am. We're on a sussy Yuri visual novel at the minute, so we'll see where this goes. So hope babysitting's going well. Take care of self and take care of little child. I have little child next to me, spinning, making her home on your chair. We're being led by the hand of God. Although the path hasn't been paved, it was trail nonetheless. And yet we veered off of it for some reason and pressed forward by parting the wild growths in our way. Okay. In and out? That's fair, honey. Go look after the little one. River, you're not a streamer. Get away from her mic. Stop that. I'm also babysitting, as you can hear. Hurry, hurry, faster, faster. The hand pulling mine tugged at me even harder. Ow! Is something chasing us? How do I have no awareness of anything whatsoever right now? Ah! Why are we in such a hurry? Fuck if I know. I love you too, honey. Why am I getting slammed in the face a bunch? I stomped on the grass beneath my feet as I ran forward. Shuffling noises. Yeah. It's my shuffling noises. Petals. Why? Za. Okay. Suddenly, my field of vision blew wide open. I also realized that we were about halfway up the mountain. How do you have a measure for that? Far ahead of us stood a magnificent tree. Getting with the goddamn trees. That must have withstood the elements for hundreds of years. Ah! It was so tall that I had to look up in order to appreciate it in its full glory. The volume's really in and out here. As if the other trees around it stood in reverence and awe of its presence, the area around it is slightly open. Zah! Why? The wind blew and shook the flowers that bloomed on that tree. I seem to have seen this scenery before, but I can't recall where. Could I have seen it on TV? Or in a movie? No, that couldn't be it. I knew deep down that it could not be the case. This is... the scene before me. This is where I've lost someone who was incredibly dear to me. Oh great, we got depression. Alright. Petals fluttering like butterflies. I was struck by a bizarre feeling of déjà vu and disillusionment. Why am I feeling this way? And although I have yet to realize it thus far, and yet, this scenery, this world, it suddenly seems distant and blurry, as if I'm watching it through a fish tank that has been tainted by red ink. The image was wavering endlessly for some reason. The moment I paid attention to it, I was no longer able to contain my curiosity. For some reason, the red hue seems to thicken. When I strained to see... Oh god, now I really see it now. A sharp pain came from the depth of my eyes. You mustn't. I can feel the call of someone trying to warn me. With a fucking cowbell? What is that? You mustn't. What? I am being called. Someone is calling out to me. You mustn't. You cannot stay here. You cannot go that way. If you go, there will be no coming back. Okay. Foreshadowing much? Ugh. In a fit of panic, I scrounged for my cell phone when I realized I had forgotten to set it to silent mode. And at that moment of realization, my right hand had found my ringing device. Good for you, what the fuck was that? I was relieved to find that no one looked unhappy. Is that me? Is there voice acting? What the fuck is the point of me reading it out then? Yes, hello? Is that what I sound like? Hi! My hato? Okay. I'ma just let them read it out then. Makes my job easier. The caller on the other end of the line is my classmate. Nara Yuko? Something like that. By the way, my name is Hatoke, and my seat number in class is just next to hers. And that's how our friendship started. I'm confused. Is this horror or slice of life? Hato isn't my first name, but my family name. Yeah, I know how those names typically work, but okay. At least I know for, like, Korea specifically. So, if y'all don't know, which I'm assuming a lot of you did because I did YouTube before Twitch, I read this visual novel ages and ages ago called Lady in Mystery. Love that thing. Amazingly written. And there I sort of learned how certain things work. And a lot of the times, at least for like Korean names, the surname will come before the first name in that culture. So that's how I know about that. That's how I know some Korean pronunciations as well. Also, I have no gauge for how loud this shit is, but I'm just gonna keep it relatively low for me and my earballs. Earballs? Whatever. But cool. I guess my name is Kay then? Or Kai? I don't know. Tell you what, since this is literally not in English, I'll read a bit of the stuff, even though there is voice acting. So I'm doing all right, I guess. At least things seem to have settled down somewhat. Is that right? Then I must have chosen the best moment to call you. You can always count on me to be impeccable with my timing. She really believes that? If she's so good at it, she wouldn't have jostled me awake. I don't need to translate laughter. That said, Hato-chan, it's been a while. I guess so. It's been a week or so, yes? Although it hasn't been that long, it felt like I haven't seen her for quite a while. Could it be because we are in the middle of our summer vacation? Could it be that you are beating me over the head with exposition? No, that's not it. I think it is because of how much had happened to me. So, Hato-chan, are you free right now? If I had to say, I suppose I am at the moment. Alright, I'm glad to hear that. I was worried that I might be bothering you. Eh? Yours truly, the most faithful Yoko-chan, thought perhaps it was time to broadcast my love for my dearest Hato-chan. So, are you confessing right now? I called. Oh. You were sleeping, Hato-chan, weren't you? Eh, how did you know that? Could I have made a slip without realizing? Gave away what was in my mind? Geez, you could have at least kept your mouth closed when you sleep. Kids these days really need to be better disciplined. Aren't we the same age? Alright, this is already weird. You know. Was my mouth open? Unfortunately, our eyes do not show the way we are. Come on now, wipe off that drool. What? Are you watching me? Or is this another really bad translation? I don't know what's happening. Ugh! Why are you zooming in on my mouth? That's weird. You're weird. I put my hand next to my mouth and slammed my mouth into the camera, apparently. My handkerchief. Where is it? Not there. It's the other side. You can see me? What the fuck? I wiped on the other side of my mouth. She's spying on me? What the fuck? I'm not reading with that inflection. Did I get it? I'm assuming that's a laughing noise. Heh. Was that Yoko-chan's stifled laughter I heard? Does this mean... Have I been had? You been bingy. Thanks for grabbing your stream, Silence. Welcome to the Yuri special. I've done no research, so this gets too sussy, we shall switch. But until then, Yuri time. Hope night's been going well. Now that I think about it, even if I had been drooling, just assuming, there was no way she could have seen it. Yeah, I thought she was spying on me, but okay. What's this romance game? It's a visual novel that somebody recommended to me on YouTube. So I figured I'd test it out here, and if it got too sussy, because I did no research, I'd switch. Probably to Minecraft or something. But I'm playing this on the Switch, so I'm assuming it has to be somewhat okay. But I don't know. Sometimes the eShop is a little So we'll see what happens. I've been mostly chilling. I have Sleepy Puppy next to me. She's been doing okay. She'll probably have to go out at some point, but I have chai coffee. I'm about to fucking sneeze. Yeah. Yay! Yes, it is both of us in the household. Neve is actually babysitting right now, so technically it's just me, but she's not too far away. And she'll be home in pretty soonish actually, so she'll get to walk in on my shitty ass voice acting. But I used the new chai syrup for my coffee and it's been tasting pretty fucking good. But yes, welcome to basically story time hour. I still have no idea what's coming on or going on, because it seems to be a very cringe Japanese translation to English, so we'll see. Anyway, our best friend's being fucking weird. Okay, how do I... And actually, I think y'all can see the text. I'll just let him read it out, because it's either me trying to compete with them, ooh, kawaii girls, or just waiting for them to finish. I'll make up my mind eventually. Bitch. Also, I'm wondering if I can switch to English to just make it a tad easier. Yeah, I don't know. It's been pretty weird. We started somewhere that looked like a medieval type, like, forest setup, and now we've woken up, so I don't know if it's a dream or not. The uwu voice haunts us all. We're stuck in perpetual uwu. Is there a way for me to... Huh. It's not really letting me mess about. Alright, we'll carry on until I guess we get to a save point, and then I'll see if I can mess with the language. I will read the inner thoughts, though, because they don't get read out. And she was saying something rather mean about me. Yeah, when is she not at this point? That's probably my cue to end the call. Hey, mod it. Mod the game. Give it to him. Find somebody to record those voice lines for Wesker. And mod the game, because you absolutely could. That'd be fun. Oh. What? So this lady calls me today and she's just like, oh, since you're free today, you probably got nothing to do tomorrow, loser. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that. Not gonna happen. Wait, hold on. Do we have plans? I tried my best to answer in a cold, nonchalant tone. Let's finish this kitten, uwu. You now have that sound file. You can clip that if you want. I hope I cursed you. Oh wait, that's even better. I shall unleash uwu-boo-woos. Okay, you have both of those now. I hope I cursed your ear. Yes, suffer. You can't unhear it now. I topped it off with a polite form to give her the stranger treatment. I'm confused. Do we like this girl or do we not? We're both being very sulky right now, apparently. Oh, I was kidding, but no, we're being called out. Okay, now we're being I don't understand our relationship. Yeah, you've already heard it, so I think it's just stuck in your brain, looping forever. This is hell. Welcome. Not the yes. I don't, okay. Yay. Alright, we're being coy, apparently. Okay, we're being bribed with food now. Okay. Cause she's a fucking loser. Should I be worried about this? I feel like I should be a little worried about this girl. Judging from her tone, I got the feeling that I probably shouldn't press the issue. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't fucking know. Oh, we're literally not home. Wait, does that have to do with the mountain in the beginning? I'm so confused. Eh? Dude, I don't even fucking know. Don't say bumping noises again. Don't do that. Also, when did we get on a train? The vibrations of the train that came from the iron rails have a rhythm much like that of a heartbeat. Maybe it is because of this reassuring cradle-like rocking that drove me asleep. Or I could have simply been too tired. Don't fucking... This girl. Okay. I got up to double check. Okay, this is already sussy. I'm getting mad sus from this. This is marketed as a horror visual novel, remember, in addition to being, I guess, YURI, which is basically women on women. I don't know many people that don't know what that means now, but I'ma just clarify. Yeah, I don't trust this for shit. Empty train, no sound whatsoever. I think you missed the beginning sequence. We were like in some weird flashback too, so I don't trust this shit for a second. I can look it up. Like in the sense of, is this game gonna be sussy later? Like suspiciously schmexy? Because all I need to know is if it's safe for Twitch. Because the second it gets sussy, I'm slamming my hand on a button and we are running away. I was right, there was no one else but me. Yeah, if it's TOS friendly. Yeah, I tried to do a bit of looking up without spoiling myself. It says it's okay, but it's a category on Twitch is the thing. Like, I'm able to select it, so I don't know. That is also the reason why I'm able to talk on my cell phone at regular volume, as I'm the only passenger in the entire car. You can say entire train though. I'm worried. I, Hatoke, disapprove the inconsiderate act of bothering other fellow passengers in the train by talking loudly on the phone. Good for you. But that's besides the point for now. Love this translation. That's disturbing. Nobody in the connecting... Bitch, you're in trouble. Okay. I don't even know if she knows where she's going at this point. You what? Okay, the more I hear out of this girl's mouth, the more worried I get for her. What the fuck are you doing? And thanks to that, my buttocks are hurting a little. Thank you for sharing. I suppose we do suffer? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I do have some quick buttons on standby and we can always like clip it out. But we'll see. Cause it is a Yuri novel and I do want to like at least cover it a little bit. Cause you know representation is shit. But I'm proceeding with a lot of caution. The fuck was that sound? Her voice got so fucking loud that it made my ears ring. I was just gonna visit my father's house. Why such a dramatic reaction? Or so you would be inclined to think under normal circumstances. However, my current circumstances can hardly be called normal. Okay. They don't know what subtlety is, apparently. What the fuck? My father has been gone for a long time, and I can't even remember his face. Yoko-chan is also aware of this. I used to be in a single-parent family. Okay. I use the past tense because this summer, my mother, she wasn't met with any unfortunate accident. She just seemed to be a little unwell, and yet she just passed away so quietly and unexpectedly. What the fuck is this thing? Well, come on in, Seeps. Thank you for grabbing your shroom. We are reading the Yuri novel that was recommended to me on the YouTube, and it's getting sussier and it's sussier. Welcome to story time, basically. I hope you're... I got it. Some math. It's gonna be like 8 or 9 a.m. for you. I hope your morning's going good. Take care of yourself. Alright, what other exposition are they gonna bash me over the head with? Apparently, her cause of death was exhaustion. Okay. I didn't do the math. It's 11. Because that's right, you're 15 and I only added a couple extra hours. I am a stupid. Listen, Maka calls Neve queen. I think Great One isn't too far of a stretch. Oh god. And yes, there will be some Japanese narration because I don't know how to turn that shit off so I can just read it myself. So suffer with the ooh anime girls. Oh, the music's back. I guess we're fine. Okay. Don't moan like that. Upon hearing my carefree tone, I could hear a long sigh of relief from Yoko-chan. That voice acting. Yep, it is voice acting hour. I was handed a visual novel, so now it's story time. Which could potentially be cursed. We'll see what happens. There you go. You can be the overlord now. The tax count. What? The tax counselor, good old taxman Bob, who took care of these things for me, told me about the house, and I also received the key. Since a lot of things in paperwork are tied to relevant taxes, I was advised to make a quick decision on whether I inherit the house or forfeit it. Okay. Yep, taxes. You want to be the tax overlord? Oh my god. We've been sitting with this book for like 30-ish minutes. More like 24, I guess. And I still have no idea what the fuck is going on. Remember, this genre on this is horror. I don't trust any of this shit. Yes, tax overlord. Now I want to see business Seeps in a suit. Or pantsuit. Either. So I guess I'm looking at my dead father's house. My deadbeat dad's house. Some nice alliteration there. Okay. So we are classic anime right now. Our parents are dead. Dead Feet House. The lesser known Wiki Feet House. I'm pretty sure she's fine. Parents are dead, usually signs of great anime protagonist. Why? Oh, not the side pony. Also, the translation, as you can see, is God tier. Ow, I hit my knee at the sudden moment of epiphany. Why that's okay. The house has a adult site. Can't say what it is because we're on Twitch. Bitch, bitch, don't judge my anxiety.
だからよだれなんて
Did motherfucker just hang up on me? Motherfucker,
京子ちゃん
you didn't even say bye. You suck. No response. What a bitch. I must have reached an area with very poor or no signal reception. Not me just assuming that she hung up on me. Right, cell signal's a thing. Listen, it's funnier that way. I should try to call back. But the signal's dead. What do you... Alright, we really are an anime protagonist because we're fucking stupid. It is not working. Eh. Oh, we get to see something other than my face on the phone. Nice. I sighed and turned my gaze to view outside the window in the setting sun, and I was surprised how much the scenery has changed. I don't think Fred knows how to say ooh-woo, but ooh-woo? Hi, G. We're reading a sussy Yuri novel that's apparently horror. Is this walking? She's lying down the void. She is on a train. Apparently an empty train all by herself. But welcome to the voice acting hour, D. I was recommended a Yuri visual novel, and now here we are. I will be voice acting Inner Thoughts because the characters have their own voice acting, which I'm not going to be talking over because I don't know how to turn it off. But I hope night's been going well. The train is in the void. It feels like it. I still have no idea what's going on. As the sun went lower, a somber hue that was the mixture of green and orange scattered across the horizon.
お父さんの田舎か
Yeah, whatever that means. Also, our parents are dead. Because anime. For someone who has grown accustomed to a stiff world of glass, concrete, and asphalt, that is a weird way to describe the city. The scene that is unfolding before my eyes struck me with a feeling of novelty. You never seen grass before? You wanna fix it? You totally could. I think you have. You've done a couple like shorts actually, or TikToks, I guess, with the phone scene that looks better than that. But it was on her face for a long ass time, to be fair. I took a quick look at my cell phone to check the time and realized how much time had already elapsed since I last looked. Okay, what is that? What is that train? I think it's literally called Void Train. That's what this reminds me of. I should be approaching my destination fairly soon. Chug chug. Why am I thinking that? Chug chug. Okay. I adjusted my posture so that my body could sink deeper into my seat and sway along with the rhythm of the train. I like expressions. You're gonna enjoy the face of pain then, because so far this has been confusing and painful. Chug chug. Chug chug. Am I speaking Simlish? Thanks to the symbiotic combination of the evening sun and the steady rocking of the train, my eyelids closed once more. Chug chug. Chug chug. Why? Eventually, the light of the evening sun aligned with my line of sight. It shone through the blood vessels underneath my eyelids and dyed my world in a vermilion haze. Ew. Ew, why would you describe it like that? Well, you're weird. You're weird, Kay. You're very fucking weird. Yep, chug chug. Sul sul. Should we do a sim stream at some point? I feel like that would lag the ever-loving shit of it, considering like how much it like fucking... I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I should actually use those channel point things and fund that. Eee. Indeed. I dreamed again. Alright, sleepy girl hours, apparently. And it was a dream in red. Again? You colorblind? This is blue. Green at most. These are words I can't read. Yes, blood vessels. This is not red. I think she's colorblind. I'm assuming that's AKAIITO because that's the title. Oh, we get an opening. Hey, that's us. And that's probably our mystery girl. So when do we get the gay? Because I'd like the gay. A man. More people. This isn't everything but red. Yeah. I know this is meant to be an opening, but it feels like the credits. Oh, hey, I like her. She's purple-eyed gay like me. Other angry woman. Person that looks like a child. Slutty woman. Hands. No, I got what you meant. What? What? I saw that. What? I got questions. Oh, there's the gay. I saw that sussy shit. Hey. Remember, we have a safety button that we can run away. It's fine. I'm scared. What the fuck was that? Oh, here's the cover art. This is a pedal. Sword gays and sus, yes. So we have the, is it sword lesbians or katana lesbians at this point? Okay, this is the sky. Why do I feel like the art has drastically changed from where we were on the train? This looks a lot nicer. Full tea, all shade. When I alighted from the train after having been woken up by the announcer's voice, it was completely dark outside. Being unused to travel and having to carry a large luggage, just walking with it dotted my forehead with sweat. Get good, get gains. I think katana is a type of sword. It's a violent blade at the very least. We're gonna say katana lesbians because we're in Japan. Relative to the city where I live, this area is quite a bit farther north and it should be cooler in climate, or so I had naively thought. Okay then. Apparently there isn't much of a difference. Having just slept in the air-conditioned car of a train, I found the significant difference in temperature to be rather intolerable. Unable to bear the weight of my luggage, I slouched and hunched my back. Excellent translation. My posture must seem rather unsightly in the eyes of others. I don't think there's anyone else here, which probably means we're gonna die. But since there was no one around, no on around me, I didn't really care. Judging by how empty the train car had been, I must be the only passenger to drop off in such a rural place, I think. Stop making these noises. Stop that. Stop. You're weird. I put down my luggage and patted my lower back and waist like an old lady. I twisted my upper body to stretch myself. Huh? And I froze in my silly stretch. Okay, why are you These sound effects have been confusing. There's footsteps now. Why? I heard the footsteps of someone coming towards me. I think they came early. The footsteps sounded like someone walking in confident strides. I think they're just feet, okay? Yeah, what a silly stretch. What a silly, goofy stretch. Imagine stretching. Loser. Ah! Why are you zooming into the moon? Okay. Apparently the moon is following me. Apparently I wasn't the only person to get off from the station. From that dimly lit concourse of the train station that seemed darker than the moonlight night, redundant, a silhouette of someone emerged as if from the surface of water. What? Dramatic flare. And that stranger entered my field of vision. Dawn of the final day. Night 5. The fuck? Okay. A person who walked in an impeccable posture. It was more than just her superb posture. Her whole demeanor and the air around her felt distinctively different. It was akin to an actress who has just taken the stage under the limelight. Her presence was breathtaking and simply out of the ordinary. All right, we get it. You're a goddamn simp. I couldn't help but stare at her in utter fascination. She was clad in a blazer jacket and short skirt, both in black. That looks blue, but okay. Her legs protruding from her skirt. Why are they protruding? Were concealed in stockings, and they seemed to melt into the darkness of the night. Well, this is almost 50 Shades level cringe. What the fuck? She farted. That's why the air's different. Is that why she's talking like that? Because she farted and now she's fucking hallucinating? Noxious gas +1 damage. +1 psychic damage. Oh, that's it. That sent me. At first glance, she was dressed completely in black. This still looks blue. Next, you're gonna be telling me her hair's black. But upon closer look, she was actually wearing an ordinary school uniform. Okay. In fact, her outfit was almost identical to the uniforms of the renowned private schools I had seen on TV. Wait, how old are we? We better be the same age. Sus. She ate some really good Taco Bell. I don't think there's such thing. I think there's a moment when you need some comfort food, and Taco Bell just happens to be there. But then you have regrets later. Oh my god. If so, that would mean that we are about the same age. But I would rather not compare myself with her. No one was asking you to. In contrast to how collected and poised she seems, I must look rather frivolous and unreliable. Even though I really have to get my act together from here on. Why are you... Stop making these noises. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Why? Why did you zoom into her fingers? Jesus, save the simpage a little bit. We know what you're thinking. Disheartened, I lowered my head, sighed. That was a sentence. Refreshing voice. It's like a glass of cold water. She's a tall drink of water. I feel so refreshed. Let me get a coffee sip so I can really get to the immersion. The game has hand enjoyment. Listen, the unnecessary the unnecessary zooms have been funky. That one's gotta be the best one. You cannot do a lesbian visual novel, because that's what Yuri is, and zoom in on the fucking fingers and expect us to not. Yep, refreshing. Even her voice sounded so cool and calm. Wait, that's not it. I lifted my head in a panic and found herself stopping just a few steps away, her glance casted towards me. Her long, slanted black eyes were staring straight into mine. Apart from my initial impression of her impeccable posture, her incredibly beautiful face was another feature that struck me like a punch to the fucking crotch. More importantly, her gaze felt penetrating and forceful. Ooh, yeah, penetrate me with your eyes. What am I reading? Ooh, I am feeling so stressful. I know. The descriptions, oh god, they're just getting worse. If you ever want to feel good about your writing, just look at the translation. I'm sure the original might be better, because this is an English translation, but man, this is so much better. I guess I finally had first-hand experience of how much of an impact one could achieve with a simple act of staring. They were taking literally be so funny. Oh, I am absolutely taking it literally. How else are you supposed to take that? She won't stop making sussy noises though, and that hurts my soul. Oh, the way she was staring at me. I couldn't even say something coherent. I could only just moan at her. Really helping my case. That said, I was being the ill-mannered one who not only stared at her, but also sighed at her. Yeah, you're moaning at her. We know. Even though I had no bad intentions, I couldn't deny that my ridiculous conduct might have offended her. Stop. I just want her to stop. Oh, now she's girl in uniform. She's no longer refreshing voice, she's girl in uniform. I also wasn't expecting the mouth to move, like the blinking sure at a minimum, but this is a first for me. The visual novels before... The visual novels before never had the mouth move. Yeah, hold it in. Jesus Christ. Steve, you're gonna kill me. Between you and the fucking novel, you're both gonna fucking kill me. I also like how refreshing voice or girl in uniform or whatever we're calling her at this point. I like how she asks what our business with her is, but she's the one that came up to us. Good job, Kay. You're so good at this. Yeah, you do. You're killing me. Oh god, we're blind. Before my mind could turn into a blank sheet of white and stop functioning. It was functioning? I managed to hurry bow, pick up my belongings, and sprinted for the ticket examination gate. What now? Okay. I ran so fast that I couldn't even feel the weight of my luggage. You're gay. What? Oh, I hope I crush some souls with that one. If it's a meme noise, I'm gonna make the meme noise. Get wrecked. She probably thinks I'm a weirdo or something. What should I do? What should I do? Why did I act that way? You're gay. Honestly, whenever I just see that shit, because that's not my first I've seen, I just think of fucking caramel dancing. Should I put that redeem back? I like that redeem. It just didn't get used a whole lot. Maybe. We'll see. ... Well, what has happened, and they say that whatever embarrassment you bring to yourself while traveling can be tossed to the wind, right? I pulled myself together and took out the bus ticket from my purse. I had to put it there so that I wouldn't accidentally lose. Lose what? Okay. Another person. Wow. I didn't expect to see one. That didn't make me simp. A station worker commented as he took my ticket and checked the boarding and alighting stations. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That is basically the equivalent to that, isn't it? You might be right with that one. Seeing the station worker clipping my ticket by hand has a distinctive retro feel that you hardly find anywhere else. When is this supposed to be taking place? I did no research. Yeah, indeed. Oh my god. Even the station worker himself carried a certain panache, a certain thingy that really accentuated how old school the scene felt. He conducted himself as an elderly gentleman. He is one, and he definitely had the age to show for it. Okay, either we're a really judgy bitch or we're really just pointing out the obvious here. He is old, what the fuck? Maybe the legal age of retirement in this part of the country is different from other regions. Or maybe he just wants to be a ticket matcher. What? Matcher? Master. That I can't read. Judgy bitch. Okay, he's also judging me, so I guess fair's fair. Yes, he's an old fuck. He ventured a guess as he glanced at my bulging luggage. Don't say those words again. I'm not. Nah. Why are you disappointed? His glance told me that he wasn't convinced. Come on, I was telling the truth. Actually, he's dead and I inherited his house. Why is it bulging? I'm gonna blame it on the translation. Because there are other words for that. Overstuffed, even. I don't know why they went with that. But this is also sussy, so who knows? Although we only met for the first time, the way he spoke to me like a friendly acquaintance was a rather refreshing experience. As refreshing as the refreshing voice? She packed no clothes. How do you know that? Unless we read that somewhere in the back and I've immediately forgotten it. That is a possibility. Only her sus? Ah, you know what? That is a fair assumption. At least I would never have imagined something like this to happen at the station that I commute to go to school. Okay. And again, I guess automatic ticket gates aren't built to chat with commuters. Listen, that's gonna be a thing at some point, I feel like, if it isn't already. Tech is a thing. Even though I hadn't planned on staying long, I felt obliged to reciprocate his kind intentions by saying, sure thing, in good spirits at that moment. It's the refreshing voice again. Quick, run away from the tall glass of water. Coming from behind me was the cool voice that I had just heard moments ago. Well, of course it is. She got off the train that you did, didn't she? She's gonna have to go through here too. Oh my god. Dumbass. I could feel blood rushing to my earlobes as they burn red. Yeah, see, that it's already a thing. It's already a fucking thing. God damn. Then again, I also don't know when this came out. I do such good research. I do know that it was a recent remaster, though. As recent as it can be, anyway. But that was to be expected. For such a small train station, there could only be one ticket office, and it's only natural for her to show up as well. Ew! I feel like flames could burst from my face. In order not to get in her way, I made way for her to get through. So you just step 2 inches to the left? Okay, apparently they're standing together. She took a small step forward and handed her ticket to the station worker. And as he accepted her ticket, the station worker said, Isn't that exactly what he said to me? Isn't that the same thing? Okay, we're both so smart. We're so biggest brain, one brain. Her head is huge. Oh my god, it is. What? So our dude next to us looks pretty decently proportioned. I'm no artist, but no, you're right. That head is massive. Look at that cranium. Look at that grade A basketball. Jesus. Was he just saying that as a standard greeting as part of his job? Probably. Megamind, indeed. Oh, she's got business. What's her business? The two seem to have started talking about something, but... What is this shit that I'm zooming in? I don't understand these random zooms. I have better things to do than just observing them. Oh, please, we all know you were observing her ass. Anyway, it appears that it will take me 30 minutes by bus from here to father's house. That's the station. Oh, I get options! So it's a visual novel where I get to, do things. Sure, we'll ask the station worker. I wasn't able to put my heart at ease and hop onto a bus without double-checking everything. I already had a track record of boarding a bus by intuition and falling asleep during the ride only to be woken up by the driver. When the ride had taken me to the terminal station, which was very far away from my destination. Okay, so she's got no directions either. Zoom! Indeed. So many random zooms. To be honest, the trauma of that experience still haunts me even now. Hey, no trauma dumping. Illegal. At any rate, it would be prudent for me to check with someone who knows this area before I hop onto a bus. It's not like it'll take me much time. Be that as it may, I couldn't find anyone else whom I could ask for directions at the station. Although the station worker would probably be my safest bet, he was unfortunately still in the middle of a conversation. Could the station worker have gotten chattier when he is faced with a beautiful girl? I think she just engaged in conversation more than you did, lady. Banned, indeed. Just ban the MC from their own story. While I could have stayed put and waited for their conversation to end, but my curiosity got the better of me and prompted me to edge a little closer to them. So we're eavesdropping now, okay. The station worker tilted his head and was apparently lost in thought. As for the girl, she was apparently asking him a question while showing something in her hand. Could she be asking for directions as I intend to do? I tiptoed so that I could see from over her shoulder and get a peek at what she had in her hand. Not the ad, hell. It'll be over soon. You should be back soon. I think the timer went off, but I'm pretty sure you're on mobile, so delay is a thing. Upside, it's only 30-second ads. Let's go. It was a photograph. Look at this graph. Okay, I'm back. I thought so. I don't know why, but Twitch had my ads on 2 minutes before, so I set it back to 30 seconds. So you should be vibing. You should be chilling. We're staring at another woman. I think. We'll see. Judging from the fact that the boy wasn't looking at me, i.e. the camera. Why wouldn't you say looking at the camera? Oh, it's a boy. Listen, I just thought this was a Yuri thing, so I thought everyone was girls. The photo might have been taken without the boy knowing. That's creepy. I don't like that. Why do you have this photo?
悪いけど覚えがないね。
そうですか。
見ての通り、見知った顔を合わせても出入りの多くない駅だから、通れば覚えているようなものなんだけれどね。まあ、交通手段は他にもバスとかあるわけだから、来ているかもしれないんだけどね。
Okay, we have a special boy now, apparently.
そうですか。
Somehow the whole thing was starting to feel like a scene of interrogation from a detective drama. Which ads are wild considering it gives like 2 cents. Yeah! Ad support. So good. Huh. Could it be that she's come here in pursuit of the boy in the photograph? Nah, she was just showing it to the station worker for fun. What sort of relationship do they have? Siblings? Lovers? They might even be engaged to one another. Why, are you jealous? But no matter what relationship they have, it had quite a romantic ring to it for someone like me, who has always lived an ordinary life. You mean the single life? And also, why did you say romantic but also are trying to guess if they're siblings or not? You're gross. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game assumes, or the game involved is, pretty much mostly reading. Like, we have some choices, but it's a visual novel, so there's gonna be reading. So, this is the gameplay. Your eyes are safe this stream. Okay, good to know. Thanks for that, Shiro. Well, that's not exactly true. My current situation could be considered to be a little removed from commonplace. We don't even know what your current situation is. Oh, it appears that while my imagination was running wild, they had already ended their conversation. Love you too, mate. Appreciate seeing you around. I know we're pretty busy these days.
ありがとうございました。
ああ、力になれなくてすまんね。
It is sussy. The novel has been very sussy so far, so we're basically playing how much of this can I read before I should be worried about getting banned.
お気になさらず。それでは。
She put the picture away and bowed to the station worker. With one smooth motion, she turned around and walked out of the station. And out of my life. Forever. You've been working? I'm sure it's a grind. I definitely know that feel. Working with Stillbroke, fair enough. I think I saw little bits and pieces on Twitter. But I hope, like, even though it's probably a crummy situation, that you're finding a way to make the best of it. I know that can't be the best. She had such a gallant and majestic demeanor. Okay, swear to God, stop moaning randomly. Oh God, you were right in my face. Yeah, I need help. You were having a whole monologue with her. Stop. Having been entranced by the sight of that girl, you're so gay, the voice of the station worker pulled me back to reality. I simply mumbled my words and searched for the memo where I had written down the address to my father's house. Yeah, you went, bitch, you need help? How long you gonna stand there?
まあ、何でも尋ねてみなさい。答えられるかどうかはともかく、せっかくよそから訪ねてきてくださったお客さんだ。
We've been vibing. I've been vibing for the most part, but things are pretty good. I wish it did work that way, where I just automatically gain citizenship when I cross over, but we're working on it. But I've been really happy. I hope things do get better for you, though. I know it's a lot to go through right now. I'm gonna let our keeps handle the other half of that. Hey, at least you're looking ahead. That's something. That's always something. Where on earth did I put my memo? This can't be happening. What is that sound? What did I just fucking hear? I knew the more I fret and panic, the more likely I would flail my hands in vain. I scrounged my pockets. It wasn't in my purse or in my ticket wallet. Get your meds. Get your fucking meds, you goddamn Aussie. Take care of self. This is a threat. Oh my God. And the moment I opened my bag, the contents of my overstuffed... Now you use overstuffed? She said bulging earlier, but now she uses overstuffed. All right, the contents of my overstuffed bag spewed out from it. All my belongings were all over the place. I can't take you seriously when you sound like that. I think I wasn't able to hold back my tears completely.
もしかしてお嬢さんも人探しか何かかな?
Yeah, I'm looking for a house, motherfucker. You weren't listening to me. The non-medicated keeps. We take in non-medicated keeps. And we make sure is okay until medicate. But always take care of self is a threat. Unlike this nosy bitch that hasn't been paying attention to a word I've been saying.
そういった話とは縁遠いもので。
では何かね?
You actually gonna help me or what?
家の方向に行く くバスの乗り場を教えてもらおうかと思って。
それで。
Seeps! I know you said you slept in a lot, but get your damn sleep. Meh. Threat.
それで住所を書いたメモを。
Oh my god, I'm gonna beat you both with melatonin. I technically don't have a lot of room to talk, but the insomnia has been getting better. So, take care of yourselves. Me, 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 me. Are we doing patch impressions now?
探してるんですけど。
Ooh, I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I should call the tax counselor and have her give me the address again. God, we gotta call the tax person again. Oy. Do you not have days off? Or is it just a full work week? Jesus. Hey, downtime. Definitely take that in as much as possible, mate. Definitely take that in. And I would suggest moving stuff around to see where you can grab some more sleep if you can, because I've been there. The crash is not fun. Take care of self. I reached for my cell phone, which was in my pocket. I don't know where else you've been putting it, but okay. Grinding? What you grinding on? Take care of self. Games? You know what? I will say, even though sleep is important, finding time to like relax and enjoy yourself a little is also important. So I can definitely empathize with that. But do find some time to sleep, I would say. Fair, melatonin doesn't do anything for me either. But take care of yourself. My phone. My phone. Ooh! Why did I blind myself? Ah, now I remember. Since I knew I could easily misplace a handwritten memo, I had put it in my phone. It's contacts. Hey, we have backup. Me, 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 me. And a new duo name has landed. I do like Sleepless Duo, but where would that be? Sleepless in MC? Maybe? I don't know.
それはよかった。さて、お嬢さんはどこまで行きたいのかね。
I don't know either. I feel like it should be in a notes app or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck? I don't know. Listen, we've been hanging out with our pro tag for a second. She's not very smart. I think we've gathered. I held out my phone and showed the address being displayed on my cell phone to the station worker.
ここの住所に行きたいんですけど。
なるほど。さすがに都会の子はハイカラなものを持ってるんだね。
I'm confused. Is this entire area just in a different time period right now? Do you not have one, sir? Alright.
いや、そうじゃなくてですね。
She really said, no, stop it. No, you. It appears that the retro style of this man goes deeper than his appearance. Or maybe this entire area is in a different time, and that's the plot twist. Still waiting for the horror element to come back. We got a little in the beginning, but not so much now. What would you have it be then? Because I don't really know shit about setting up shit like this. It has been a little kind of mini side project / little dream of mine to do my own visual novel, but obviously I'd be doing the writing. Because the most that I could do for art is maybe get some stock backgrounds and screenshot some VTuber expressions. But I've always wanted to do one. I don't know what it would be, but I guess not a fade. Firstly, the town where I come home is not prosperous enough to be called a city. And cell phones nowadays.
みんな持ってますよ。
どうもこの辺りは電波の具合が悪いらしくてね。持っていたところで使えるとは限らんのだよ。
That's disturbing. Okay, so we're going into an area with no service, essentially. That's scary.
あ、なるほど。
How do you sound so okay with that? He was right about the signal reception. The phone was picking up just one bar of signal here. And Yoko-chan's call was also cut off in mid-conversation.
でもなくて、
It'd have to be an in-between, like an actual transition between expressions. Oh, so like something like in between keyframes, I guess? Am I using that word right? I don't know how animate. I know animate good. Hey, animation nerd. Tell me if I'm doing the right thing.
ほほ
Ho ho. That was too close. I almost got off on a tangent. You've been on a tangent.
この
Ye-
聖書の近くまで行
I
くとし
win.
たら、どのバスに乗ればいいんですか？
ああ、バス停なら駅の前にあるだろう。
I said which bus? Any number of buses could be stopping at the okay. I doing it right, I win. I looked in the direction where his finger was pointing. For a fucking shutter wipe transition, apparently. Although it was in front of the train station, but I didn't see any shop, and as such, it was rather dark. I spotted the silhouette of a circle connected to a square. On a rod, not unlike an Odin skewer. That seems to be the Did you just describe the bus stop sign component by component? Why are you so weird? Yep, the bus stop pole. It's like me being like, ah yes, there is an octagon, and it is red, and it has the words stop on it. It is affixed to a pole. I think that's a stop sign.
ここらを走る
Oh my
路線は
God.
2本。どちらもあそこのバス停に止まる。
はい。
それでお嬢さんの場合、隣町に向かうので途中下車だね。降り損ねると山を越えてしまうから気をつけなさい。
I hate that. Oh god. Okay. Fun thing about me with like trains and shit, I like routes that are just like point A to point B, don't really have to pay attention to stuff. So sometimes subways make me anxious and I'm obsessively counting because having to get off like mid-route or like 3 stops before the final thing makes me so fucking anxious. So I would hate this. I also just hate buses. I can't do buses. They make me way too anxious. They're even worse than subway trains.
降りるところは住所の小技と同じだから。
Again with the zooming.
と、そんなことよりお嬢さん。
Yeah, visual novels tend to be that way. I think like this one in particular is trying to do like a bit too much where I feel like if they drew back on certain things it would flow a bit smoother, at least technically speaking. But I don't know. Oh, that's exactly what happened in New York. I've been there more often than Neve has, but Neve was the one guiding me because she's better with directions than I am. So we are the dumb gays with no sense of direction in our respective relationships. I still want to do a visual novel at some point though, with like maybe some friends to voice act it. Like not like just grabbing one, although I would be down to like VA with some people and collab with stuff like that. But like I don't know, just write one and have it acted out. It would be so much fun. Yeah. You know what we could do? As like a beta project, I don't know if you'd be down, but maybe Bound starts as a visual novel before you animate it. I think that'd be a good launching point. It might take less time than the animation too. Just saying. I'm planting ideas.
お嬢さん。
Oh god, why did your eyes snap open like that? Stop. Stop. Why does he look so alarmed? It would be very fun. Why does his eyes snap open like that?
そうですけど。
Is there something bad or haunted about this place? Ooh. Nope, he's closing his eyes. I'm confused again.
あ？
are you grunting at me?
何かあるんですか？
そのあたりだとあそこ一見きりだから間違いないと思うんだがね。
はあ。
That means I won't have any neighbors? That's what you take out of that? Okay. In other words, the specialty words I definitely cannot pronounce I have brought might have been for nothing. I don't know what that is, so you're good there. He's a ghost. I mean, at this point, with this genre, probably. It's taken a while to get into the horror bit, though. Then again, I can always just eat it as a snack by myself, so it shouldn't be a problem. So it's food. Okay. Why is it dark now? Okay, never mind. I complained about something and I got it. Eh?
あるんだよ。
何が？
いろいろな噂がね。
I don't like the way his tone sounds now. Ah, okay, we're back. We're in the thing. We're in the thing. We are in the thing now. Holy shit, the background is blood. And yes, you can. You can drop it in my DMs. Cause it probably won't save on stream anyway. Yeah, he might be evil. What the fuck? I mean, to be fair, I did ask for horror. Scheisse. I'll still clarify if you want me to read that out on stream, because I totally could. The visual novel. Anyway, what the fuck? Mr. Station Worker, please don't change your voice so gleefully. I'm gonna ignore how weird that sounds in lieu of, yeah, you're being weird.
確か10年ぐらい前だったか。住んでいた家族が神隠しにあって消えてしまったとか。
引っ越ししただけなんじゃ。
いやいや、実は殺人事件があったなんて噂も立ったぐらいだよ。
Okay, horror's back.
本当さ。とはいえ、その家のお嬢さんが訪ねてきたってことは、噂は噂に過ぎないってことかな。
He really said, oh yes, you're going to die, but it's probably fine. You're chilling. You're vibing. Relaxing even. Get away from me now. He wrapped his fist with the palm of other hand and turned his wrist while wearing a smile on his face.
まったく脅かさないでください。
すまないね。からかいがいのあるお嬢さんなもんでついつい。
Oh, you bitch. He's a bitch. Thank you for the send. I will check that out. Probably once I hop off here. I don't trust this dude. I don't trust anything about this area or this dude or even a refreshing voice lady.
もう、駅員さんがお客をからかってどうするんですか？
I mean, it was funny, kind of, but sure.
そうでもしないと暇で暇で。
Why? You're a sick old man, aren't you? Getting a little senile, are you?
ところで最近は座敷わらしを見たとか、狐に化かされたとかいう人がいるらしいんだがね。
What? You are senile. What in the random shit did you just say to me? I get the feeling that I am being played by a shape-shifting raccoon myself. What? How do you... Out of all the conclusions you draw, you go to shape-shifting raccoon. Where is that remotely connected? Where? Which where? I got questions for you. Alright, shape-shifting raccoon.
その話はもういいです。
そうかね。
隣は地域のバスに乗ればいいんですね。
Yes, go places, take care of self. And yes, become shape-shifting raccoon. Thanks for the lyric, Seeps. I appreciate you hanging out. Take care of self. This is a threat.
その通り。今日はもう無理だがね。
Why is it not happening today?
さっきバスが出る音聞こえなかったかな。いや、ちょっと前なんだけどね。
Was that what that weird sound that almost sounded like a motorcycle was? We heard that like ages ago. Now that I mention it, I think I did hear it.
もしかして。
So you were telling me...
そう、最終バスの遠ざかる音だ。
Oh, for the love of... Of course it is.
まだこんな時間なのに
Early? What time do you think it is? It's so dark out. It was just around dinner time, and I could understand if small shops choose to close at this time. But it was definitely way too early for the last bus of the day to leave.
何分田舎なもんでね。
Whatever that means. Also, I love how whenever people pop by with a lurk and add extra text, it doesn't say the name, it just gives the fucking I. I don't know why.
山向こうの町まで行くから終点までは結構かかるんだよ。第一利用者もいないし。
Okay, I guess if there's a whole ass mountain in the way, I guess it makes sense. What? They didn't take any... Okay, I'm confused. Indeed, I'm the only passenger who would have wanted to board the bus. I can understand why the bus company would want to avoid operating at a loss by increasing the number of bus services, but even so, what should I do now?
お嬢ちゃんは今どうしようかと思っている。
Oh, you're so good at reading minds, dude.
思ってます。
私に良いアイディアがあるんだがね。
いいアイディア
The sight of his mischievous smile made me take a step back, just in case he would try anything funny.
この駅には宿直室なんて洒落たものはないし、老いたり枯れたりとはいえ、男ヤマメの家に引っ張り込むわけにはいかんか。
I guess?
いかんから
旅館を紹介してあげようじゃないか。
You think we got money for this hotel? Alright, you know what? Maybe our father's dead. The idea sounded so ordinary and proper that it struck me by complete surprise.
旅館か
But if I have to stay at a hotel...
なーに、私が口を聞いてあげるから、飛び込みの未成年でも大丈夫さ。宿泊費だってそれほどかからないはずだよ。
I'm underaged? How old am I? I don't like this. I don't like any of this. He winked at me as if to tell me that he has got everything figured out. Ew. What should I do now? Now that I have finally come this far, should I head for my house directly? Or should I take a suggestion and stay at the hotel for the night? Okay, this option seems like the fastest way to fucking die. We're gonna go to the hotel because apparently I'm a goddamn child. Maybe not exactly a child, but a teenager at the least, since I am underage. We're gonna go to a hotel, what the fuck? After much deliberation, I decided to ask him to introduce me to the inn. And it was definitely not because I lacked the courage to go to a house with scary rumors in the middle of nowhere on my own. I swear. What do you mean lack the courage? You're walking alone at night, you're a fucking woman. Go to the hotel. Don't fucking shame me for that. It was a logical decision that I have arrived at after careful assessment of my current situation.
じゃあよろしくお願いします
Don't tell me we're gonna miss the entire plot because I decided to be safe. The moment I bowed my head, the station worker thumped his chest as a gesture to reassure me that he would take care of the rest.
よしよし、任せたまえ。なーに悪いようにはしないから。
I don't trust you.
とりあえず善は急げだな。今ならまだ夕食には間に合うぞ。
I don't have anybody to go home to for dinner, but okay. He checked the time and promptly jumped up from his seat in the booth and picked up my luggage with one easy motion. I don't think any of this is allowed, but okay. I like how he's just slowly inching off the screen. Oh my god. That's a long speech for how little you said. That is probably the reason why the train stations these days no longer need to be manned by staff on active duty. But if that's the case, why wouldn't they make all train stations unmanned? Maybe there are other considerations that I wasn't aware of? I'm coming! Stop yelling at me! The station worker hollered at me from the entrance of the train station. Because I was apparently lost in thought for a moment, he had already gone quite far ahead of me. I responded energetically and ran up to him. A+ transitions, by the way. Very Windows PowerPoint of you. Oh, this is actually nice. Oh god, you're real close to me now. I don't like that. Well, at least she seems to be nice. As the station worker recounted my story, the hostess of this place, Sakaki Inn, listened and expressed her sympathy, empathetically. I wasn't able to take part in the conversation between them, who seemed to be friends with each other, and I could only nod and respond when appropriate. Alright. Yeah, that's me. Not her complaining about the TV. To be honest, the number of TV channels available here isn't my biggest concern. The same can't be said about my lodging options, though. At the very least, I'm safe from my predicament. I lowered my head in a bow. The hostess remarked while flipping through the pages of the inn's visitor registration book. Did the other one show up? I'm gonna assume refreshing voice came by here then. If I were, I don't think I would find myself in my present situation. I accepted the visitor registration book and brush pen from the hostess, and took care to write my name and address as neatly as I could. Atoke. There. From my quick glance on the page, it seems that there weren't many customers staying at the inn. Hey, we got a chef? Nice. After answering the voice coming from the inner part of the inn, the hostess patted at the sleeves of her kimono. We get dinner? Aw, cute. She looks equally surprised that he's this close.
おっと、それは勘弁。せっかくお客さんを引っ張ってきたっていうのに厳しいな。
The station worker lamented with a defeated look on his face. He scratched his chin as he prepared to leave.
またのお越しをお待ちしております。
はいはい、それじゃあお嬢さん、良い滞在を。
Thanks, creepy old guy. You didn't freak me out at all. After leaving my luggage in the room where the hostess had taken me, I immediately retraced my steps and headed for the dining hall. For similar occasions, such as attending a class at school, being acutely aware of my tardiness would cause my heart to race. For someone as timid as I am, I would prefer to avoid such a situation, if at all possible. No, it's right over here. I took a quick look around and saw 5 or 6 people. None of them had their hands on their chopsticks. Looks like I made it. In time.
来た来た。加藤さん、お膳のあるところに適当に座っちゃって。
Okay. Urged by the hostess, I headed towards an empty corner without anyone else. Occupying the seat next to mine is a woman. Another one? For someone raised in a single mother family and studying in a single-sex school, I felt at ease with this arrangement. Okay, we're gonna get to see you drool over another woman, or... Even from beyond the long hair that covers her back, I could tell that she was sitting with her spine straight. I was struck by her proper sitting posture, and needless to say, she was sitting in a flawless, textbook, sussy position. What is it with you and posture?
失礼します。
Oh, it's refreshing voice again. With that simple greeting, I took my seat next to her. Her shiny and straight long hair parted as she turned toward me, revealing her face.
あなたでしたか。
Yeah, we do. We really seem to simp real hard for you. Her cool voice made my heart skip a beat. Oh, God, what the fuck was that panning? Don't do that again. Her fair complexion was complemented by her jet black flowing hair. Not only that, her milky white skin formed a perfect contrast with her obsidian irises. What? I don't like the way you describe things, girl. It was the girl I met at the train station, if it wasn't painfully obvious. Not... She's moaning at her again, help!
ご一緒するかもしれないと、うすうす感じていましたが。
Sure. Okay. Eh? What could she mean by that?
この辺りでは、ここが一番適当な宿ですから。
So it wasn't a fated reunion that was destined to happen? You sound so disappointed.
そうですね。
I couldn't come up with a better response, and as I was twisting my bottoms to get the sitting mat in position... Okay, we got 2 asses apparently. The hostess came.
お待たせしました。それでは皆さん、担当お上がりになってください。
With her announcement for the meal to commence, a man who was attired like a salaryman immediately reached for the food on his plate with his chopsticks. Following suit, I put my hands together.
いただきます。
Ah. We were having rice, miso soup, and pickled vegetables. The main dish was mountain vegetable tempura. I don't know what that is, but probably sounds good.
おいしい。
The crispy batter and the pleasant sweetness of the soft pumpkin were simply irresistible. It was so tasty that I didn't even feel the need to dip it in the tempura sauce. I thought I should try the lotus root next, but the asparagus and green pepper looked just as inviting. And again, I thought, burdock was an autumn plant. Then again, it was the first day of autumn according to the lunar calendar. I don't know anything about this food, but okay. I won't dwell on the topic further. Despite having been sitting almost for the entire day without doing anything that would make me hungry, my hands and mouth were busy at work. Don't say it like that again. And I just kept at the food on my tray for a moment. I had almost finished half a bowl of rice without stopping, as I busily put the food into my mouth. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, but why? Don't tell me she's staring at me too. It suddenly dawned on me that the girl next to me has been watching me. Creepy much? I wasn't so hungry that I was wolfing down the rice. At least I didn't think so. Then again, I was so engrossed in eating just now, and I must have seemed like a starving child. Don't say that. We don't know how old you are. I couldn't quite figure out what to do in this awkward situation. Alright, we're summoning the courage this go around. We're not gonna be a little bitch this go around. Summon the courage! Should I try talking to her? If I manage to befriend her, maybe we could both have a laugh at what just happened in the past few minutes? Even if we only boarded the same train and ended up staying at the same hotel because of serendipity, such coincidence could only be explained by fate from my past life. Sure. After all, she was the one who initiated our exchange a little earlier, so I'm sure it will be fine. A girl should not only be charming, but also have the courage to match. Sure. How should I begin? What on earth was I thinking by saying such a lousy pickup line to someone who only greeted me probably out of simple courtesy? That's a pickup line for you? Oh, geez. All right, we're already in flirting territory. I should have at least said a proper, complete sentence, such as, "Are you traveling by yourself?" So that I wouldn't have given her the wrong idea. Right from the get-go, I have been fumbling and making a fool of myself, and yet to leave her with a positive impression. She'd probably think I was rather dumb. You have been moaning at her all night, so there's that. Oh no, this is getting worse. The more anxious I became, the less control I have over my tongue, and my mind turned into a blank sheet, unable to operate. I think I just messed up. Jeez, what gave me the bright idea to explain myself to her? I mean, she must be bewildered at this point. I'm gay, I'm incapable. She spoke in that cool and collected tone of hers. Her words somehow helped me to collect myself like a bucket of cold water thrown at my face. So sexy, and it made me cower in shame. That said, my speech center that has went careening off and nearly overheated seemed to have recovered somehow. Yeah, you keep saying we're the same age, but I don't know how old we are, and also it said we were underage. Also, I'm gonna check something real quick. Just make sure it's not an emergency. So we vibe for a sec. Eh. Yes, I saw that you snapped me. I need to make sure it wasn't an emergency. Hello. I approve of both. Very cute, baby. We're, currently disastrously flirting. It's not going very well. It's somehow worse than our initial interactions. I guess hello. We don't know how old we are yet either. I don't want to talk about it. Go back to your doodling. Go away. Just like that, her tone immediately changed. Much like her immaculate posture, she was able to change her ways without any hesitation, which I usually struggle with. We're really obsessed with posture. I have horrible posture, which is probably why. But we're really obsessed with posture. I love you. Take care of self and the little small. Ongi, honey, I hope I see you soon. We're gonna continue to flirt terribly. Yes, peas, I miss you. Bleh. Actually, text me, because I'll see it sooner. That big? What's the big? Sussy. Anyway. I felt very envious of her. Even so. The big. Oh, tall boy. Okay. Yes, the big one. Okay, honey. I didn't really notice it when she was using Kaigo? Kigo? I don't know which one it is.
敬語の方が良かったかな。
そんなことないです。
We're just a fucking mess, aren't we? That's not the point. I've got to calm down. Take a deep breath.
敬語じゃない方が私としては楽なんだけど。
そうか。ならばこれでいいだろう。
Sure, whatever you say.
はい。
She really has a rather peculiar way of expressing herself. It's not very feminine. What do you... What? That was fine. You're weird. You're fucking weird. Yeah, I don't quite know how to describe it. But confident? We're weird. We've established that we are fucking weird. At least none of the girls I know in my usual company would talk like that. Although she seems a little strange, she's still very cool. I bet she would be tremendously popular at her school.
やっぱり
Yeah.
敬語の方がいいかな。
Again, they're apparently school age. We don't know which school, but we are underage. So that could be like senior in, I guess, American high school. So like 17. I'm hoping they're not any younger than that, because otherwise it's about to get weirder. Okay.
いえ、普通でいいです。普通で。
Well, it's a little different from normal, I guess. But I better not turn this conversation into a loop. Her expression softened subtly after I reassured her. Looking at her expression, I couldn't help but notice a little, really just a tad, resemblance it had with my mother's. Okay, this is getting weirder. This is getting a little Freudian up in here. I don't like it. In fact, my mother was also a very pretty person. Really not liking where this is going.
さて、先ほどの質問に対してだけど、私は一人だよ。他に誰かがいると思ったのかい？
I don't fucking know. We just met.
ほら、写真の。
そういえば、見られていたようだね。
Yeah, I was eavesdropping real hard.
あれは単なる尋ね人で、私の連れというわけではないんだ。
Okay, good to know. I don't know how I feel about our MC pursuing you now that she's compared you to her mother, but okay.
尋ね人って家出か何か？
そんなところにしておこうか。それで、
ハトです。ハトケ。
She gonna give me her name? Because I really can't keep calling her cold water, reassuring voice, or posture girl forever. I realize that I've yet to introduce myself.
ハト。
Why do you look so disgusted?
ハト。佐藤さんのサの字を羽織バカマのハの字に置き換えてハト。
That seems like a more difficult word, but okay.
ちょっと変わった名字でしょ。
ああ、確かに。
なんだったら K でいいよ。
The reason why I said something so presumptuously close is probably because I wanted this girl to call me by my first name. Then just... I don't know anything about this culture, but I feel like you should be able to just ask that, but okay. Yoko-chan included, all my friends at school have called me Hato-chan, or Hato-san. Apparently the reason was because Hato was a rare surname, or that the sound of K has a boyish ring to it. I don't hear any gender when it comes to that. Okay. So normally the person who would call me K was...
私は千葉うずきという。
Well, at least we get your name. That's nice of you. But also, don't think I forgot about your dots. There goes my bad habit again. Whenever my mind is occupied in thought, I would lose sight of the world around me, and even stop hearing sounds from my surrounding. Being hyper-focused would be a nice way to put it. But I have also been criticized for being absent-minded and daydreaming. So, do I have a problem with focus and attention, or do I not? I don't really know. Oh no, I've got to focus on the conversation right now.
千葉うずきさん
How are you just mashing it together?
百、千、万。数量の千にあなたと同じ羽で千羽。ありていに言えば千羽鶴の千羽だね。
I'm gonna assume this is a cultural thing because I don't understand any of it, but okay then. So she was introducing herself. Senba. That is a very beautiful surname that matches her pretty look perfectly. Oh, we have options. Wow. Okay, this isn't gonna help me at all. I don't... It's a little early to know your birthday. We'll go with this ellipses thing. Now that I think about it, wasn't there... When I was writing my name in the visitor registration book, that must have been the name that was written before mine. Despite my best effort to write legibly, I still did a terrible job at it since I wasn't used to writing with a brush pen. Compared to my lousy calligraphy, that name was written so neat and tidily that it looked as if it were printed. That's right. 4 characters that were written in perfect calligraphy. They were Senba Chugetsu? Something like that. The name Chugetsu has a certain special Zen quality to it, for sure.
あれ鳥って「う」って読んだりするんだ。
いや、あれは鳥ではなくカラスなんだ。
Does this language stuff have any relevance whatsoever? Because they're spending a lot of time on it.
カラス
漢字の鳥から横棒が一本抜けた牙辺のない方のカラスだよ。
Why do I care?
ウーロン茶の「う」
I remarked as I wrote the character in the air with my chopsticks. I immediately realized that it was probably bad table manners to do that.
そう、それだ。
Senba Uzuki. It was a name that was just as eccentric as her way of speaking. But it did make sense though. The jet black color of ravens and kanji does work as an adjective to describe something that is shiny and black, which would be her long black hair. Even so, I found it difficult to justify her parents' decision to use the character for Karasu in her name. I guess there's no accounting for taste? I don't know what any of this shit means, but sure? Why are we debating so heavily on language here? If the intention were to highlight her black hair, surely they could have opted for some other adjectives, such as onyxy or ebony.
変わった名前だね。
確かに出生届を書き損じたのだろうと口差がない人には言われたりするね。
Oh, that's mean. That's kind of mean and judgy as hell. What? Why are we heart beating again?
花鳥風月の鳥と月を気取るつもりが一本抜けてカラスになったと。
Again, spending a long time on this language thing to tell me that her hair is very dark.
ケイさん、どうかしたのかい？
なんでもない。
For reasons I couldn't explain, my heart skipped a beat at that brief moment. I don't know why you did that either, we're just talking about her hair. Although I have already had several instances of such heart-racing moments around her, I was probably just imagining things. That must be it. Wait.
今、私のこと、ケイさんって呼んだ？
Ah.
確か先ほどそう呼んでもいいと。
That's kind of sweet.
それは全然。
Sure, there was no problem at all. Even if I had begged Yoko-chan to do the same, she would never refer to me that way.
別に呼び捨てでもいいよ。それで何の話だっけ？
Oh, she's rambling. Oh, you're so gay. Before she could get the chance to change her mind, I pushed the conversation forward.
あ、そうだった。私は家の用事の関係でこちらに来たわけだけど、ケイさんは一体どうしてと思ってね。
Oh, you actually care about me, or at least what I'm doing here.
何にもなさそうなところだもんね。
一応この旅館にも温泉を引いてるそうだけど、それだけで客を呼べはしないだろうしね。
確かにそうだね。もっと涼しかったら秘書に来る人もいるかもしれないけど、私だってお父さんの実家がなかったら家でゴロゴロしてたかも。
I'm pretty sure that house was left to you in a will, but okay.
実家があるのに旅館へ？
Listen, lady, we haven't got the time to claim it yet. Don't go judging me.
実家って言っても誰も住んでないところだから、それに終バス逃しちゃったし。
Also, can we just talk about this person? Ultimate gay move here. Pretty girl telling you my entire life story, but also just casually revealing, oh yeah, I'm alone. I got nobody. She's gonna die. She's gonna fucking die. What matters most is the good news I have just received from her. There is a hot spring here. Have never been to one, don't know the appeal. Apparently there is no appeal, the music died. Stop making these noises. Stop it. Ah! I let out a long, slovenly cry as I rolled around on the tatami. The cool tatami wicked the heat, licked the heat, something like that, from my skin and comforted me with its soothing texture. I feel so soothed, so safe, so cocooned, even. Jesus. Okay. And when the area of contact grew warm, I would roll to a different spot to feel cool again. Okay. It was heavenly. Breaking news, girl sleeps on bed. After filling my tummy with the delicious dinner, I went in the hot spring and indulged myself. It was a rather decent hot spring, and I spent more time in there than I had intended. Even though I didn't come to this place to enjoy myself, I found myself transitioning into the mindset of a hot spring seeking tourist. I've been getting a lot of "Are you feeling tired?" or something from Yoko-chan lately. I wonder if my face would look better after this. Oh, speaking of Yoko-chan, why are you thumping around so much? Things have been incredibly hectic ever since I arrived at the train station. And I hadn't had the chance to call back after our call was cut abruptly during the train ride. I don't even know if you can. I don't know if you can have a call, but okay. Because they said reception's not great here, but we'll see. I reached out for my cell phone, which I had placed on the nightstand in my room. Oh god, it's the perspective scene Seeps loves so much. Ah, I knew it. It looks like I received a call while I was in the bath. In my call log, I saw a voice message and a text message. I fiddled with my phone to replay the voice message.
おーい、ハトちゃん。どうしたの？せっかくつながったのにしょうがないわね。もしかしてそっち、かなりの山奥？
Yeah, we're that deep. Fuck my service.
とりあえずつながっても捕まらないんじゃあれだから、メール打つから。
Okay, thank you. What'd you text me?
長湯しててごめんね。
You had a hell of a day. Give yourself some time. Why are you screaming? What was I thinking apologizing to a voice message? I don't know. I don't even know if you do think.
メール。
I reflexively checked to see that no one is around so that I could pretend what happened was just me talking to myself. Poochie, 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 whatever that means. What is this music? Are you alive, Hato-chan? Were you able to make it to your papa's house? No, I wasn't. You didn't oversleep and get taken to an unknown place like last time, did you? And don't tell me you didn't have enough money to pay for the surcharge for your luggage, so you were on the verge of tears again, did you? Why am I friends with this girl? This girl is mean. Why am I friends with her? Even I would be sensible enough to avoid getting into that situation. More importantly, you really need to forget these things, Yoko-chan. At any rate, I hope you are doing fine. Just fine. Not great. Fine. If you run into any problem, ask me for advice. Well, that's that, and I'm going to sleep. Good night. I have such good friends. Good friend. I don't know if we have any other friends. Although I felt like calling her to put her mind at ease. I thought I was going to say put her in her place. The clock told me it was already rather late. While it wasn't late enough for me to feel sleepy, for someone like Yoko-chan, who sleeps and wakes up early, like a rooster, she might already have fallen asleep. I guess I should send her a text message. If there was a way to type faster on the cell phone, text message would be much more convenient. Having to punch one key at a time to write a summary of what happened here took quite a while. Send. Okay. Even though I had already slept for so long on the train, I let out a yawn as if I still needed more sleep. Since I had nothing better to do, I might as well call it a night. Oh, but I'd better dry my hair first. But I feel so sleepy. Even if I end up with horrible bed hair, I could just take another bath in the morning. Futon. I pulled out my pillow, mattress, and futon from the closet before turning off the light and lie in my bed. I could hear the cries of insects coming from afar.
おやすみなさい。
Soft somnolence emerged and gradually coursed through my body. It's a real fancy way to say we went to sleep. Eh. I could hear the cries of insects. Really? 'Cause it's dead silent. Cries of insects? I brushed through the tall grass. Well, we're running now? What's happening? A young child trying her best to climb a gentle slope in the midst of pathless bush. Is that me? It should probably be me. It was a verdant world of deep green. A silent forest removed from all signs of civilization. It was a scene of which I have no recollection. And yet, inexplicably, it also felt nostalgic. That is right. I have seen this landscape before. Yeah, the beginning. Is this deja vu again? It was a dream. Or a portion of the unfinished dream. It was a vestige of the dream I had while I was gently cradled on a moving train that ran through twilight. What differed is my perspective. Someone is holding that child's hand and leading her. And the one being led must be me. I could feel it. But even as I felt it, yet I am watching everything unfold before me from the child's back like an observer. Who could be pulling my hand? The person is wearing something like a kimono. And it was a small and pale hand. It was definitely not the hand of an adult man. That person turned to face me. You mustn't. It's happening again. It's this will again. Ahead of us is a magnificent tree. And we were rushing towards it. Why would you stop us? You mustn't. My vision begins to blur, as if being obscured by satin, sheet upon sheet of bluish white light smothered and concealed this world of dream. Don't get in my way. Why mustn't I do it? You mustn't. Even if you say that, why shouldn't I?
ダメなの、ケイちゃん。
Do you know that voice? It almost sounds like, I think Yoko was her name. I've immediately forgotten. Accompanied by a voice, a light erupted. The world of green suddenly disappeared. The sensation of someone pulling my hand has vanished. Only I remain and have been left behind. I'm struck by a constricting pain in my chest. Where exactly is this place? Have I woken up from my dream? But the night isn't over yet. In the midst of this dreary void, in this dark and sightless night, I lost my way. In chasm of dreams, I am all by myself. As if driven to desperation by my frantic emotions, I searched my surroundings in despair. Someone, something, anything other than myself.
ケイちゃん。
It was an auditory hallucination, merely a projection of my memory. Still, that voice did exactly as needed. The owner of that voice shall be held accountable. for having interrupted my dream. No matter who she may be, the owner of that voice knows who I am, and she knows my name. I shall seek the owner of that voice. I shall search for her. I looked around in all directions in this formless world without any bearing or orientation. Oh, I see a butterfly. I think that means it's saved. In that inky sky, a tiny star blinked. Was that butterfly just a star? I don't know. I struggled to move closer. Brushing the warm, moist summer night air as if I was in an ocean, I moved towards that star. It was blinking, hovering, as if it were dancing. But it wasn't a star. It was a butterfly. Oh, so it is part of it, okay. It was like a pale white butterfly that had formed from the conglomeration of moonlight, dancing in flight. It almost looked like a spirit of the moon. As if being possessed by something, I reached out my hand. But I couldn't reach it. Like a true butterfly would, the moonlight butterfly evaded me deftly and flew away. I gave chase, but I couldn't catch it. And yet, it did not pull away. How far have I come now? With every flap of its wings, something would fall from it and dissolve away, like light before hitting something. I saw that, and that butterfly danced and circled that thing. In the midst of the pale light, something gradually emerged. It was a woman with despondent eyes. Oh, purple-eyed girl from before.
ケイちゃん
This is not Yoko then. It's somebody else. It was the owner of that voice. Huh. That voice. That face. I was assaulted with a surge of pain.
ダメ考えてはダメ
I don't trust that for a second. What do you mean? I knew. She resembles someone. Someone whom I miss dearly. Someone I see every day and every night in the mirror. What? Is this gonna be self-cessed now? What? Okay. Owie. Oh, it's bloody now. I held my head in cower. Why is this happening? What is going on? It was an intense pain, strong enough to make me unconscious, that came at me, through my eyes, right into my head. It stung terribly. Throbbing, intermittently.
ケイちゃん考えないでお願いだから
I'm a big thinker, no can do. A soft hand caressed my head, as if to pacify a small child. The touch was gentle, slow, and soothing. It almost felt like those cool fingertips were removing some of the pain I was feeling. It was just like those nights when I felt unwell because of a cold when I was little. My mother's hand that caressed the spots that hurt. Yes, this person must be... Oh, hell no! Aren't you two on the cover together? Do not tell me you think that's your mom.
ダメ
She said I ain't your mama. The pain that was about to come was dispelled by her command.
ねえ約束して約束私の声も姿もあの景色も夜の淵に沈めてしまうと明日の朝日に溶かしてしまうと
You asking me to forget?
それって忘れろってこと？夢はただの夢だから。
That is depressing as shit. A dream. The red pain. The hand that caresses my head. This nostalgic feeling. All of these. I must turn them into a dream that I shall forget when I leave the futon, like the myriad forgotten dreams I've had thus far. Is that it? No, fuck you, I want to remember. I shook my head. Ah!
ケイちゃん、どうして？
Because it keeps following me around, so I want to know, bish. Tell me.
だって
I don't really understand it myself. But I just don't want to forget. Even if I would forget it as soon as I wake up, making it nothing more than a fickle memory.
忘れたくないものは忘れたくないんだもん。
If I promise her to forget, I get the feeling that I would be letting go of something important.
ケイちゃん、お願いだから聞き分けて。
I shook my head, even harder. Perhaps it was because of the way she patted my head like a child. I was somehow being childishly stubborn.
ケイちゃん。
I'm gonna remember, fuck you. Hey, whoa, that took a sharp turn. Why are you laughing at me? Someone was laughing. It sounded like a sneer for the way I was behaving. Oh, a different person. And I heard the sound of a bell.
そんな。
Uh-oh. As I looked up, I was alarmed to see her anxious expression, as if she had failed. Uh-oh. Okay, this is what happens when you defy your parents, kids. I guess is the implication. I really don't like the comparison with the mothers here. This is the second time you've done that now. The bell rang again, and it was accompanied by a sing-song voice.
隠されっ子、見つけた。
The fuck? Okay, I keep forgetting this is a horror game because we sink into like these slice of life, like calming paragraphs, and then they pull some shit like this. In the span of a blink, one world has been replaced with another. Eh. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that one bit. The moonlight that shone through the paper door has tainted the darkness of the room in a pale blue glow. Even though I knew it was just a dream. I awoke with that dream I was told to forget now, rooted firmly in my memory. What a strange dream. A green mountain, a giant tree, and a girl in a kimono. And then the ringing of a bell? Could I still be dreaming? Thinking that I have woken up? No, I must have mistaken the cry of an insect for that sound. Or maybe, don't tell me. This isn't a ghost story. Even though I could just ignore the sound, I strained my ears instead. Why am I being so silly? What I do not know cannot scare me. You're really hooking on the ignorance is bliss thing, but we're not doing that today. The ringing of a bell. I could feel the presence of something outside my room. It was perfectly normal for someone to be in the corridor. This is a hotel, and that's just normal. People do wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. All these things are common and perfectly normal. And yet, it felt different from something that was innocent and oblivious of the world. It felt like something was spying on me with bated breath. Even though I am not a psychic or particularly sensitive to paranormal presence. Let's check it out. You know what? Fuck it, we ball. This is my first playthrough. I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing multiple playthroughs, but let's check it out. I want to know. At this point, I want to know. Somehow, I felt compelled to do this. Why not? Let's go take a look. Be it strange noises and eerie atmosphere, not knowing is what makes those things scary. Anyway, I'll go to the corridor and check. If I don't find anything, at least I can confirm it was just my imagination. And at least I can go back to sleep in peace. Yeah, there ain't no such thing. I'm muted to sneeze. But if there were indeed something, if it is actually there, what am I supposed to do in that situation? Characters who stupidly stick out their necks like this are usually the first ones to die in horror movies. Are they not? Yeah. But also I want some action. Things have been pretty docile with some little spurts here and there. I want to see some shit. Don't clap like that. You're so worried about being found, you just gave yourself... I hate you so much. Summoning whatever courage I have. Yep. By imitating Yoko-chan's cheer, I jumped out from the futon. And very slowly, very quietly, I snuck towards the entrance and put on my slippers. I then slowly turned the door knob. Although I already knew the door to be locked, trying it once before opening the door is a habit of mine. Ah! Alright, that actually made me startled. I heard a click and the doorknob wouldn't go further than halfway. Thus, I've confirmed the door to be properly locked, and that the room was safe. I'm pretty sure these doors have paper screens and anybody can stab through those, but sure, safe. The visual novel is heading to, I think, horror territory now. Maybe. I don't know. It's been kind of going in bursts where it's like, ooh, slice of life, and then all of a sudden, let us remind you that you were in danger. So, that's kind of where we're at. I was babysitting. Like, scary horror territory is where we're jumping to. We may die. I click an option and we may die. Even if someone was outside, I needn't worry about it. Uh-huh. I took care to undo the lock slowly so that I could open the door without making a sound. Oh, that's gotta be good. You gotta show me that later, unless you already snapped it to me, in which case I'll look at it later. Oh, we're opening the door. Huh. Okay. Actually, honey, you hopped in perfect timing because I think that's where we're gonna wrap up because we've hit like just over 2.5 hours now, and I think this is a good stopping point. Again, I did like 0 research whatsoever, so I don't know when exactly are good breaking points, but I feel like this is a good breaking point. So thank you for hanging with me while we do our first visual novel stream. I'll definitely be coming back to this. Probably at a later time. But this was fun. I got to do some voice acting that I haven't done in a while. Let's figure out who we're gonna rate out. You'll be home soon? Yay! I have perfect timing. Alright. I don't know when we'll be live with this next, but I'm planning on DBD Thursday, I believe. Thursday or Friday. I think I said Thursday. So DBD Thursday. and potential additional Friday stream. We'll see what I got time for this week. But thanks for hanging. I had fun reading this one. I'm a little worried for our pro tag here, but let's see who we can raid. And while we are looking for somebody to raid, YURI raid message. Yes, tacos when you come home. I had like one. But I will have more with you. Okay, let's see who we get to raid. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna kick it to Lady Oka. I haven't been by their stream in a sec. It looks like they're playing some Valo. So let's jump from our VN to some Valo. And I will see you probably Thursday. Bap. Again, feel free to copy the message. And we'll go commit bother. Bap.